Welcome back, racing enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the high-speed world of Formula One to explore the career and achievements of one of the sport's rising stars. Join us as we take a closer look at the life and journey of the man behind the wheel of the iconic red Scuderia Ferrari car, Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz Vázquez de Castro, born the 1st of September 1994, otherwise known as Carlos Sainz Jr. or simply Carlos Sainz, is a Spanish racing driver currently competing in Formula One for Scuderia Ferrari. He is the son of Carlos Sainz Sr., a double World Rally champion. In 2012, Sainz raced in the British and European Formula 3 championships for Carlin. He raced for Dams in the 2014 Formula Renault 3.5 season, winning the championship before moving to F1 with Toro Rosso. Sainz moved to McLaren for the 2019 season, while at the same time ending his contract with Red Bull Racing. At the 2019 Brazilian Grand Prix, Sainz took his maiden Formula One podium finish with third. Sainz moved to Ferrari at the end of the 2020 season. At the 2022 British Grand Prix, Sainz took his maiden Formula One pole position and career win. He achieved his second Formula One win at the 2023 Singapore Grand Prix, after starting on pole position for the fifth time in his career. Born in Madrid, Sainz began his career in karting. In 2008 he won the Asia-Pacific KF3 title, as well as finishing runner-up in the Spanish Championship. In 2009 he won the prestigious Junior Monaco Kart Cup, and was runner-up in the European KF3 Championship. Sainz raced in Formula BMW Europe in 2010 with the Euro International team. He was also part of the Red Bull Junior team program. He made his Formula BMW debut during a guest drive in the Formula BMW Pacific Series at Sepang, Malaysia, where he was ineligible to score points as a guest driver. However, he placed second in the opening race in Malaysia. That debut was followed by a fourth place. The following race day, he retired from the first race but won the second race. It was this start that got him a place at the Red Bull Junior team. Helmut Marko applauded Sainz and his strong start in motor racing. He finished 7th in the following race but again exceeded expectations by winning again. He missed the next races in China but returned in Singapore. He finished 6th in the first race and 2nd in the second race. He missed the Japanese races but returned to win the season finale in Macau. Overall, in 9 races he achieved 3 pole positions, 2 wins, and 2 fastest laps. In Formula BMW Europe, he started his career with a podium position of 3rd and 6th place at the Circuit de Catalunya. At Zandvoort, he took 5th and 2nd place. At Valencia, he scored 7th and 10th place. A weekend at Silverstone saw him take 3rd place and a victory in the following race, his first that season. Hockenheim saw him take 11th and 6th place. A 4th and the podium position of 3rd enlightened his championship hopes, but Robin Freins was on a charge, scoring a podium position in every race but 2 he finished in 4th. A double retirement at Spa put him out of championship contention. An 8th and 6th at the season finale at Monza followed. He finished the season 4th with 227 points. Sainz also competed in the UK Formula Renault Winter Cup, finishing 6th in the first race and retiring from the second race at Snetterton. During the 2012 season, Sainz raced in both British and Euro Series Formula 3 championships. Racing for Carlin, he won 4 races, finished 9 times on the podium, as well as scoring a pole position in the British Championship, finishing 6th overall in the final championship standings. He scored 2 podiums and 2 pole positions in the Euro Series Championship, finishing in 9th position overall. In 2013, Sainz signed with Arden to compete in the GP3 series. Most Red Bull Racing Juniors race for Arden as it is co-owned by Red Bull boss Christian Horner and driver Mark Webber. His first race weekend in the series did not go as expected. During the first qualifying session of the year, he managed to qualify in 5th place and was only 5/10 off pole sitter Kevin Corgis. However, post-race investigating revealed the Sainz's car was underweight, and so he was disqualified from the final results from race 2, thus scoring no points during what was a difficult weekend. Sainz raced in Formula Renault 3.5 for the first time in 2013. However, because he was more focused on GP3 at the time, he missed several races in his first season. In Monaco he was 6th was after a difficult start to his GP3 season. He had a double retirement in Spa. He missed the Moscow and Austria races but returned to Hungary to take 7th place in race 1 but 22nd in race 2 after a few problems. In France, at the Circuit de Paul Ricard, he had another double retirement. In the last race weekend of the year in Catalonia, he retired in race 1 but managed to score 6th place. Sainz became part of the Red Bull Junior team in 2010. His first experience in a Formula One car came at the Young Drivers Test at Silverstone Circuit in July 2013, where he drove both the Toro Rosso STR8 and the Red Bull RB9. Sainz confirmed that discussions had taken place with the struggling Caterham team for a race debut during the 2014 season, but ultimately no agreement was reached. As a reward for his Formula Renault 3.5 Series title, Sainz drove the Red Bull RB10 in the post-season test after the 2014 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Sainz drove for Scuderia Toro Rosso in the 2015 season, where he partnered Max Verstappen, following Daniel Kvyat's promotion to Red Bull. Sainz selected 55 as his race number. He qualified inside the top 10 for his debut, the Australian Grand Prix, and finished the race in 9th position. Toro Rosso retained Sainz and Verstappen for the 2016 championship. Sainz qualified 7th and finished 9th at the season-opening Australian Grand Prix, but retired from the Bahrain Grand Prix due to a collision with Sergio Perez. After the Russian Grand Prix, Sainz gained a new teammate in Daniel Kvyat as Verstappen was promoted to Red Bull. 3 points finishes followed for Sainz, including his best career finish with 6th place at the Spanish Grand Prix and a drive from 20th to 9th place at the Canadian Grand Prix. After a suspension-related retirement at the European Grand Prix, Sainz recorded 3 consecutive 8th place finishes. Sainz and Kvyat remained with Toro Rosso for the 2017 season. Sainz scored points in the opening 2 races, but a collision with Lance Stroll eliminated him from the Bahrain Grand Prix. Sainz's move to Renault was brought forward and he replaced Jolyon Palmer and partnered Nico Hülkenberg at the team for the final 4 races of 2017, beginning with the United States Grand Prix where he started and finished 7th. Sainz made his way from 8th to 5th place on the first lap of the Mexican Grand Prix but then spun and had to pit for new tires. He later retired from the race with steering problems. He failed to finish the season-ending Abu Dhabi Grand Prix after he was released from a pit stop with a loose wheel. Sainz ended the 2017 season 9th in the Drivers' Championship, scoring 54 points. Over the first 8 races of 2018, Sainz qualified in the top 10 at each of them and scored points in all but one, finishing 11th at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Sainz scored points at 5 of the next 7 races, including a season's best qualifying performance of 5th place at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sainz moved to McLaren for the 2019 season, ending his association with Red Bull. He replaced Fernando Alonso and partnered rookie Lando Norris. Sainz had an unlucky start to the season with no points in the first 3 races due to an engine fire at the Australian Grand Prix. He scored points at 8 of the next 9 races. Notable results were finishing 8th at the Austrian Grand Prix, having started 19th, and 5th place at the German Grand Prix despite an incident where he spun and stopped on a wet section of the track. Sainz remained at McLaren alongside Norris for 2020, and began the season with a 5th place finish at the Austrian Grand Prix. He qualified 3rd for the Styrian Grand Prix, his best career qualifying result at that time. A slow pit stop contributed to him dropping to 9th place by the finish. However, Sainz achieved his first fastest lap in Formula One and in doing so set a new Red Bull Ring track record. Sainz joined Scuderia Ferrari on a 2-year contract from the 2021 season, partnering Charles Leclerc and replacing Sebastian Vettel. He qualified and finished in 8th place at the Bahrain Grand Prix, his first race for the team. He started 11th at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix but progressed to 5th place by the end of the race. Sainz continued at Ferrari alongside Leclerc for 2022. He qualified 3rd for the season-opening Bahrain Grand Prix. He ran in 3rd place until Max Verstappen's retirement, allowing him into second place behind Leclerc to claim a Ferrari 1-2 finish. Sainz began the 2023 season by qualifying and finishing fourth at the Bahrain Grand Prix. He finished fourth at the Australian Grand Prix but was penalised and demoted to 12th place for making contact with Fernando Alonso at the second restart. Sainz criticised the penalty as being unfair, and Alonso agreed that it was too harsh. Carlos Sainz wins nail-biting Singapore F1 GP to end Max Verstappen's streak. The Singapore Grand Prix delivered a glimpse of this much-anticipated future, a spectacle beyond even the sport's most wishful thinking. Transforming from sedate to sensational as Ferrari's Carlos Sainz hung on for a mighty victory, it was fitting that the curtain should fall on Red Bull's relentless winning streak with a thriller. Sainz's win from pole, the second of his career, was hard-fought and deserved after a frenetic denouement, impossible to call until the flag fell. He won from McLaren's Lando Norris and Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton as the three teams went wheel to wheel with one another. And that wraps up our profile of Carlos Sainz, the man steering the Ferrari to victory. Stay tuned for more exciting updates from the world of motorsport, and be sure to like and subscribe for more thrilling content and let us know in the comments which driver profile you'd like to see next. Until next time, see you in the next video.